something that transforms culture in a positive direction. He never lost that sense. And in the midst of the brutality of the Nazis, and then the sort of the harm that has come from a lot of radical secularist tendencies in culture, he was constantly trying to wake us up, to remind us of the beauty that we're squandering when we make a choice to marginalize the faith and marginalize believers. He was always trying to take the goodness, the beauty, and the truth of the faith and put it in the center of human life. And for that, we owe him huge thanks.
Absolutely. Again, for our viewers, you are watching our live special coverage of the funeral mass of Pope Benedict XVI. It will be underway here shortly in St. Peter's Square. Benedict's body has been brought out, and the faithful here are gathered and praying. Of course, there's the nativity scene still out here. Pope Benedict died within the octave of Christmas, and so how fitting that he liked Christmas cookies.
He did like Christmas. Everybody likes Christmas, I think.
Especially
but
the cookies.
But today, it's the day before Epiphany, which is still celebrated here on the 6th of January. And one of the things that's liturgically suggestive about that is that Benedict had an enormous respect for other ways of thinking, not just Orthodox or Protestant Christians, but philosophers, scientists, physicists, and pagan wisdom. And in his homilies on Epiphany, he would regard, okay, these men came, they didn't know the revelation to Israel, but they knew something, and they were courageous enough to follow it. And so in a certain sense, Epiphany is a very fitting model for his engagement with the world, and his homilies talked about that. And he was one who understood the value of seeing the goodness in other things, which you'd think is a default setting for everybody, but it really isn't. And certainly if you grew up in 1930s Germany, you might be suspicious of what you're being presented with, but he managed to overcome that. And so Epiphany, tomorrow's feast, is fitting. And I would just make it just a logistical observation. He died on December 31st. St. Peter's is used on January 1st for the Feast of Mary, Mother of God. It's used on the 6th. So the man of the liturgy had to be sort of squeezed in. They brought him on Monday down here, and they have to bury him on Thursday and he would like that the Basilica exists for the great solemn feasts, and he's going to squeeze himself in between those two.
Well, you had a piece in the National Catholic Register.
I did.
On